what do we do now that the season is over for our marketing? So the season has come to a close. We are on our way out to the banquets. I would recommend that you make some posts like the top 5 skills that students learn in robotics, or one thing that robotics can teach you that you won't learn anywhere else in high school. These kinds of posts are things that you can pretty much make any time of the year. It doesn't matter if your team is active or not, because the answers to those questions are going to be relevant no matter what, which also again makes that content evergreen. Evergreen means that it doesn't matter what time of the year that it goes out or what time of the year that you post something. You know, if you're going to be posting about your upcoming competitions or how your robot progress is going on, that's not evergreen. That's very time specific. And obviously when you're not building a robot anymore or you're not competing anymore, that content isn't relevant anymore and it's kind of dead. What I would recommend doing is kind of brainstorming as many sort of ideas about how you can educate about robotics or inform people about robotics that you get questioned about all the time, and then start making posts about that. Easiest thing to do is find a picture or maybe a couple of pictures from the season, which I'm sure you have a lot of, and either ask a student who would be willing to give you maybe 5 or 10 minutes of their time to kind of, again, answer these questions themselves, or you can think about them yourself as a coach or a mentor, seeing as, again, you've probably been coaching or mentoring for quite some time, or at least a few years, and you've seen students go through the program, you've seen the things that they've learned and the skills that they've gained, and just jot down some of these things and put posts out like that on social media. I wouldn't completely stop posting entirely just because you don't want your social media to just die when your team is not active anymore. It's important for recruiting, especially when you need to get new students in next year because you just had a bunch of seniors graduate, that you are still getting in front of people in the off season, because that's where most of your recruitment is going to happen. You're not going to be recruiting at the beginning of the preseason or during the competition season because you don't have time to onboard students at that point anymore. So now is the time to start making content to entice students to want to join the team, give them reasons to want to join, show them the cool stuff that they learn, show them the cool experiences that maybe you've had over the years, whether it was this year or past years. Show them different outreach events that you guys have done that were really fun, and like the experience or the joy that you saw in people's faces when you went and did those outreach events. Now, should you be like as active in the off season as you were during the normal season? That's kind of up to you. I mean, if you can manage being as active as you are in the off season as you were during the main season, with of course like probably very minimal student involvement, then obviously, I mean, go for it. The more active you can be, the better. But for me, I tend to want to like kind of dial it back a little bit, just because one, we've been doing robotics for like the last like 5 months, right? So we're all kind of tired and we just need a little bit of a break. And two, because I don't have as much student involvement anymore, and it's harder to get a hold of students when robotics is not full swing. I may not be able to like get the answers and information that I want if I can't answer these questions myself, in which case I'll probably dial my post back to maybe like once a week rather than 3 times a week, just because it's still active. Once a week is plenty to like still kind of be relevant and in front of people, and that way again your social media doesn't fully die. And if you think about it, I mean, essentially we need to be active for like half of May, June, July, August, and then September, because people kind of start getting together maybe in October. And again, this is just my team. So we've got June, July, August, September, half of May. Each of these is 4 weeks. So this is 16 weeks plus maybe 2 weeks in May. So that's 18 weeks. So if you do the math, 1 post a week for 18 weeks, that's 18 posts. If you think about it that way, then all you have to do is come up with 18 different post ideas. They can just be, again, like a picture or a couple pictures, and then a little blurb or paragraph about some question that you pose, and you put that out there 1 time a week for 18 weeks until the season starts back up again. And then when the season starts back up again, now you can start posting about, hey, our season's kind of kicking off, here's what we're doing, here's what we're working on, and then you're back into your normal swing of, more timely stuff. So that's my advice to you if you're someone who is kind of worried about the off season and doing your marketing and how do you keep it up. Hopefully that was helpful. But as always, if you have any questions about marketing for your robotics team, let me know in the comments below. I'd love to answer your questions. Or if there's another video that you'd like me to make a topic about, then I'd be more than happy to do that as well. So thank you for driving with me to my banquet and spending some time learning about marketing. And as always, I'll see you in the next video.